You won't believe what you see when you look at these animal moments caught on camera. These pets, zoo animals, and even wild animals will have you laughing out loud with their antics. These are 10 shocking animal moments that are caught on camera. Number 10. Dog versus porcupine. This dog is all over this porcupine, but the dog's torso and face are completely covered in quills. The rescuers who arrived to put an end to the over an hour-long fight ended the porcupine's misery by shooting it. As seen in this video, the dog was taken to a pet emergency clinic and is now recovering. I'm guessing the porcupine was in poor health because it would have been only fair to take him to the vet as well. These dogs are trying to grab this porcupine. There are 2 things wrong with this video. The first is the dog's handler allowing the dogs to hunt an innocent porcupine. What's worse is that dogs will end up with quills stuck all over their bodies, and besides being painful, they're not easy to remove. I guess some people are just plain dumb and clueless when it comes to porcupines. Dogs are more vicious than lions and leopards, and these 2 dogs stick their heads inside a porcupine's den and pull it out. They don't hesitate for a second. They don't seem to care whether they have quills or not and simply snatch the porcupine out of there. Number 9. Rams fighting. In this clip, a sheep and what looks like a billy goat are bashing heads. I do not know how these animals do not get headaches after banging heads so many times. Nonetheless, I think they should keep a bottle of Tylenol handy just in case. This tag team fight between these rims sees one of the pugilists knocked to the ground, and it has all the trouble in the world getting back up. It must have been not solid for it to remain on the ground this long. This Billio and this Ram are going at it to determine who is the boss. Everyone wants to be the boss, but only the last one standing gets to call himself boss. Apparently this fight was sold out on pay-per-view as many ghosts watched the big fight. The 2 animals are still going at it, charging into one another, and the crowd is watching attentively. Number 8. Marten vs. Monkey. In this video, the Marten's hunting behavior is plainly visible due to his injuries. The monkey was unable to climb the tree or move correctly. He had no choice but to protect himself in any manner he could. Even though Martens are much bigger than Langurs, this Marten was making it very difficult for the Langur to escape, demonstrating its skill and challenging the monkey at every turn. These guys have spent years working in woods and have been fortunate to witness many of nature's events, but none have equaled the brutality of what they saw. At Jim Corbett National Park, 2 yellow-throated marts were eating on the macaque when they came upon them. The macaque was immobile and lifeless. The marts were feasting on his limbs, while the other macaques were causing havoc in the forest by frightening everyone. After a few minutes, the macaque, like a phoenix, rose to his feet, gathering all his power to put up one last battle. The Martians took turns hitting the macaque's limbs to paralyze him and render him defenseless. The macaque grew tired and lay low while the 2 took turns eating him alive. The combat went on. The macaque's unwavering fight for survival and the Marten's clinical accuracy rendered the people watching dumbfounded for the remainder of the evening, and this encounter will live on in their minds forever. The yellow turgeon Marten attacks the Langur in this video, which shows the language attempting to flee the Martens after the vicious attack. Unfortunately, due to his injuries, the Langur is only able to walk a few meters away. He sits in the same spot for quite some time. Number 7. King Cobra vs. Python. The python is wrapped around a king cobra and it's squeezing hard. The cobra looks stuck, and from the looks of it, it's going to need a miracle to free itself. Its head looks like it's going to explode. Another king cobra finds out what it's like to fight a huge python as a constrictor coils itself around the cobra and eventually kills it. In this battle, it's the king cobra that wins this time, and it swallows the python whole. That's not a small snake to swallow. A python is coiled around a cobra in this video, but the snakes are mobile. The python is probably waiting for the cobra to die while he's trying to suffocate it. Number 6. Cheetah Gemsbok. These 2 cheetahs are attempting to twist this oryx into falling so they can make the kill simpler, but the oryx stands firm. The cheetahs finally take the animal down and kill it after a few minutes. These 2 cheetahs capture Gemsbok calf, but they soon discover, like their own mother, that when her younger threatens, the calf's mother becomes enraged. She does everything she can to free her calf from the cheetah's strangling bite, and she is successful. When the mother notices her calf is doing well, she turns her attention back to the cheetahs and chases them away. 2 cheetahs snatch an oryx. The animal laments itself as it tries to flee. The cheetahs are holding on, but it's not easy. A 3rd cheetah appears and assists the first 2. This is a tough beast. Another orc approaches in the background, but is stopped by another cheetah in the coalition. The cheetah eventually puts an end to the oryx's suffering. A cheetah coalition kills a calf, but they are forced to abandon the hunt after being chased away by a few adults. The cheetahs plotted the assault but neglected to arrange their escape. Another heist gone awry. Number 5. Dog vs. Snake. These two dogs are fighting over a snake as one of the dogs pulls it out of the grass and the other dog pulls it back in. The snake is still alive and still has the strength to lunge at the dogs, but the dogs mangled the reptile pretty badly. I must say, this is one tough snake. These three dogs corner a snake and the Rottweiler tries to bite it, but the snake is vicious and stands its ground. The snake keeps lunging at the Rottweiler, which is the most aggressive of the three dogs, but the dog still manages to grab the snake and throw it in the air. This snake is a little more aggressive as it lunges at this dog to try and strike it, but as soon as the dog can bite the snake and mangle it, the snake is finished. These 5 dogs surround and attack a king cobra. The dogs grab on the cobra and pull it in their own direction, putting a lot of stress on the snake's body. With all the pulling and biting, the dogs eventually kill the snake. These 2 black dogs find a snake and attack it. The snake tries to strike, but the dogs are too quick. One of the dogs pulls on the snake's tail while the other keeps barking at it. The snake is still alive, but you can see holes in the snake's body caused by the fights from the dogs. Number 4. Yak fighting. These 2 yaks fight on the side of a mountain, and they are evenly matched until one of the yaks overpowers the other and pushes them down the hill. I don't know where these yaks buy their dresses, but they are the coolest acromances I have ever seen. They wear them even during battle. And what a battle it is! These 2 are grunting and groaning and charging, and it doesn't stop anything to impress the ladies. During the remainder of the year, many bulls wander in tiny bachelor groups away from the larger herds, but when the rut approaches, they grow aggressive and battle amongst themselves to keep dominance. Keep an eye on these 2 yaks as they compete. I assure you, I wouldn't want to be in the center of this brawl. Massive, powerful beasts with vicious horns and muscular frames. They don't stop for a single second, and the intensity is mind-boggling. 2 more strong yaks go at it, but this confrontation is more of a pushing match. There isn't much charging going on in this one. Number 3. Parrots playing basketball. I'm not a big fan of basketball, so when a friend convinced me to purchase tickets for this game, I wasn't thrilled. He told me I'd be blown away by the talent of these players, but I just didn't believe him. What could be better than the NBA? Well, people, I was blown away. Just look at the talent these guys have. One of them is even named Larry Bird. Check out how they go end to end, and those layups are out of this world. I got my money's worth, and I would go watch another game anytime. These parents are playing a quick game of full court. 2 on an official court, and they are sublime. One of the parents even dunks the ball. These guys need an agent. This second game I attended was just as amazing as the first one. The arena was full, and the people were going crazy as the birds were making 3-pointers like it was going out of style. Number 2. Kudu attacks giraffe. This kudu has decided to attack a giraffe. It's unclear why it did this, but where are the zookeepers when you need them? When she finally tries to get up, the kudu attempts to plant its horns into the giraffe, but her legs do not appear to be strong enough to get up. She is the appearance of a drunken pub patron. When the kudu tries to ram the giraffe, the other giraffes approach. The giraffe eventually gets up and runs, but the kudu slams its horns, throwing the towering animal, knocking it over again. The giraffe can stand up one more time, and this time it flees from the kudu, who pursues her but soon abandons the chase. This kudu chases the giraffe and flanks her, knocking her to the ground. What is it with kudus having it against giraffes? Once the kudu is on the ground, the kudu rams into her again. The giraffe gets up but is knocked down again. The giraffe finally gets up and can return to its friends without the kudu interfering. Number 1. Minks. For pet mink to be truly happy, they must be kept in an outdoor environment. In addition, taking them on adventures is a wonderful way to enrich and stimulate them. They're more ferocious than a ferret because they have more stamina. Let them loose in your house unattended, and they can easily kill your other house pets, such as kittens, birds, reptiles, and rodents, if they manage to break through a window screen or get into your walls. Before purchasing a mink, it is critical to know that these animals are not affectionate or cuddly, and they bite hard. I doubt that you can get them to stop biting at all. It's just a natural reaction for them to have. Having a pet mink is a lot like having a pet piranha. In that regard, when having fun with your fluffy, slippery piranha, a pet mink will only allow his caretakers to handle him, so he'll bite anyone else who tries to handle him. People worried the fish will eat this mink are wrong to be concerned. Predators like these spend most of their time in the water, where they feed on other aquatic creatures. Ducks, muskrats, and even large fish are no match for these predators, who can easily take down prey 3 times their own size. I don't know if these minks are all pets, but they seem to be a handful. They are cute as can be, but looks can be deceiving when it comes to minks. This pet mink is testing out a new toy and seems to enjoy it. I'm not against buying toys for pets, but minks are wild, and they should be playing outside. This pet mink kisses when his handler tries to touch his new toy, but he doesn't bite her. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they are uploaded.